This Let's Play was supported by these awesome hobby companies.
Hello everybody, today I'm joined by Justin and Warren, and we're going to be taking a look at Gale Force Nine's new Aliens board game. It's Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core.
Another glorious day in the core!
I think you should have been born American, Warren.
Oh, who says I wasn't?
Yeah, but that's true.
I am so psyched for this.
51st State. Yes.
Well, look, I've been having an issue with sci-fi games recently, okay? And I've been looking for some kind of sci-fi that I can just throw myself into. And come on, guys, this is the classic sci-fi encounter.
It is.
You know, this is everything is buzzing in my mind. Like, I remember back to being a young teen watching that Aliens movie and the sentry guns powering away, blowing away the aliens.
Yeah,
and just
nesting in the air duct.
I think
Yes.
the fact that pretty much everything that we've seen from sci-fi since across all media, whether it's a game, a board game, a miniatures game, films, so much of it is because of Aliens.
Yes.
It is the granddaddy of them all as things go.
I'm just super psyched for this. You know, because it's pure, unadulterated, mindless violence. You know, it's you have a protagonist here that is basically a soulless killing machine. There's nothing to be second guessed here.
That is true.
You know, this is
Ripley is terrible. That is right.
So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this, and I love all the characters, and we get to play, and it's military. You know, it's all about the killing, man.
Well, that's it. I think that.
Not quite.
No. Well, we'll
Well,
find
yeah,
out.
we've got two civilians, but we'll not worry about them. I think it's important to take a look at what we're playing here, because it is essentially a sci-fi dungeon crawler.
Yes.
But you're always playing with, when I say always, you're nearly always playing with the full set of characters. So even when you're only 2 or 3, or if you're playing it solo and you've only got one character in front of you, so the likes of
I have William Hudson. Game over, man! Game over! I'll leave the rest to the imagination. But yeah, so I've got Hudson here.
But if you look at what we've got for Hudson, you've got equipment that you're choosing.
Yep. So I have my arc welder, so I can discard that to barricade a door. That's awesome. And I'm wearing body armor, so if I fail a defense roll, I can reveal a card. And if it's equipment or an event, I get to re-roll. If it's a weapon, the wee blue icon, then I exhaust the card.
Yeah. So if you flip his character card over, that is the hero version.
So this is the hero version.
Yep.
And then that's the grunt version.
Yeah.
So if we haven't chosen him as one of our individual heroes, he then goes over to here somewhere.
I've got an area set up around the front here where I've got all the plebs just waiting to die.
But it means you've got the people there. You can equip them whatever way you want. There is a big equipment deck essentially, but it's also the endurance deck. And as you play through the game, you're burning through these cards, which means we could have equipped, and we have equipped ourselves as the heroes particularly well, but we could have equipped the grunts equally well. But it means you're burning through this deck faster, and you're more likely to hit hazards more often.
And when you get to the end of the deck, it's game over, man.
Not quite.
Oh,
So
right.
the main engine for this game is, so things are transferring out of the endurance deck here into an exhausted section here.
Yeah.
If you burn through the endurance deck and then are continued to force to reveal cards, they then become discarded and can't be used during this game.
Right.
In the campaign mode, that then transfers into the fact that your resources are becoming less and less as you're working your way through this story.
So when it's discarded, it's not just discarded from this scenario, it's discarded from the campaign?
Sort of. Your
pretty
hazards
much.
keep coming back is the bad thing.
Depending on how many people you've got, So for our 3-player game here, we would each get to pick one good card from the discard pile to put back in for the next game, along with all the hazards, and then the rest go away, and it starts to grind
So
down.
some really nice linked play options coming in there.
Yeah, you're basically, the resources you have, your will to fight, your mental state is all sort of encapsulated in that one deck of cards.
And as you're talking about the campaign side, when you are attacked by an alien, there are a couple of different outcomes, which hopefully we won't see in the game because I don't want to see all the outcomes. But outcome number 1 is you kill the alien dead. Great outcome. More of that, please.
Yep, happy with that one.
Outcome 2 is you get knocked to the ground. And the following turn, if you're not, if you don't have support with you and that alien's still there, it will capture you and run off. And in the campaign, you can then play rescue missions to try and bring those people back before they get impregnated.
Ooh, nice.
And then the final version is if you are unfortunate enough to roll a 10 on the defense when being attacked by an alien, you're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah, it's dead. Just head off, spiked, gone, boom.
They also have the face huggers in here, which is quite interesting as well, because if you get knocked down by a face hugger, it will actually latch onto you. Now, you can get back up again and complete the mission. But at the end of the mission, you're counted as dead. Because it's went...
Oh, we got the sound effects and everything.
Yeah.
Love it. Right, back to my little thing here, because on either side, I have my weapons.
Yes.
So I got my 2 favorite things. I got my Hudson character, and I got my M56 smart gun.
It's a big gun.
Are you not playing Vasquez?
Because I wanted to see what Hudson would be like with a big gun.
Yeah.
And I've also got some M40 grenades because I know that if I would never ever go into an alien's environment without some grenades.
Yeah.
And backup weapons are great because you can always just chuck them around. This is an important little feature here.
Yes.
This is our aiming dial.
So it's based on this. And basically, as I do stuff, that goes down, isn't that it?
Yeah.
Every shot you take, hit or miss, that
Every
goes down.
shot you take.
And that then adjusts your target number on the D10 that you have to roll to try and hit.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is a roll low game on the D10s.
Okay.
So you'll start trying to roll 6 or less,
Yeah.
5 or less, 4 or less.
Oh.
So your pressure
And
goes
for
up.
your big gun, which is full auto,
Yeah.
means if you're successful, you lower the dial and then you can take another shot if you want. So if there are a swarm of aliens coming down a corridor, you can go brump, 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 brump.
Yeah.
Safe in the knowledge that, you know, your aim will come back next turn. Hopefully. So you're playing Hudson. I'm playing Frosty. And because everybody has probably seen my dice rolling and knows how bad my dice rolling is all the time, always, I've given him the flamethrower that always hits on a 7. And as a backup weapon, the Ekitha shotgun, which always hits on a 5 and increases my defense in hand-to-hand, because I'm not willing to risk having to try and roll 4 less on an aim. It's just not happening. Even 7 or less probably isn't happening. And finally, we have...
because we've kind of got like 2 low ranks, I decided to choose a higher ranked character. So I've went for Corporal Dwayne Hicks. So they're both rank 1, this character's rank 2, and that's going to feed into some of the mechanics later in the game, where I can order some of our grunt characters around a little bit better and keep a little better control of them.
And it's probably also worth saying that despite how Justin will play this game, it is actually a cooperative game.
Yeah. That is very true.
This is the one thing you always forget in this kind of situation. I don't need to be fast. I just need to be faster than you two.
Okay.
Terrible.
Right, what is our mission then?
So, our mission is to rescue Newt.
Feral child.
Where are we? That's our board setup. So you get these cards and it tells you how to set up the board, and then the mission objectives. So the mission goal, to win this mission, we need to locate and recover Newt and then escape off the board with her alive.
So Newt is somewhere in here.
She's in one of those.
One of these pings could be Newt. And then what we need to do is get in, find Newt, and then get Newt to where it says exit.
Yeah.
Kind of, because Newt, whenever you find her, will be panicking, terrified, scared.
Yeah.
So you not only need to find Newt, you need to calm Newt down.
All right. So what, a slug to the head or
Yes.
something?
Exactly that. So there are 2 ways of doing it. One is we just get Ripley there. And Ripley is one of our grunts.
Okay.
And she does not panic when Ripley's around.
Good.
Or, as you say, a Marine can use an action to ham her.
Yes.
That's how my father used to count. Generally with the phrase, I'll give you something to cry about.
Yes.
This was normally accompanied that slap.
This sounds vaguely familiar.
The mission card also tells us about some of the things. So we won't be using the motion tracker until turn 3.
Yeah.
So
I will set that. Yeah.
our turn counter is at 1. So we don't have to worry about additional coming in. Again, looking at our board, the 4 yellow squares
Yes.
are possible spawn points from that motion tracker later on. And we also have 2 blips already
Live
on
blips.
table. And that's more or less it. The idea is highest rank starts and then play proceeds to the left.
Well, let's go for it.
And
Justin,
we can just get stuck in here.
Hicks
Okay, so-
starts us off then.
Yeah. So the Marine phase starts off with step 1. I would reset my aim dial if I had lost any aim off of it. So that's you collecting yourself, getting yourself ready for the fight again.
Yep.
Step 2, you resolve on activation abilities. So I do have an on activation ability. You may draw an endurance card. I like the fact that it says may because there is bad stuff in this deck.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to draw one,
Of course you are.
and hopefully it's not a hazard. So what I've actually found is the motion tracker. So free action, reveal a card. On an event or an item, look at the top 2 cards of the motion tracker deck, place one of those cards on the bottom of the motion tracker deck, and the other one back on the top. If it's a weapon card, you just exhaust this card. So I can keep that myself, and that's absolutely fine. I've got something useful.
Okay.
Right, next step. Equip any endurance cards you want to. I don't want to equip any. I'm already fully loaded out. Next up, we get 2 actions each, and we can double down on any of the actions. So we can move, we can attack, we can barricade, we can aim, we can interact, we can do a card action, or we can rest. Now, resting is important because that's what allows us to take exhausted cards from here and put them back into the deck. You can also use that to draw cards as well, but
Yeah.
if you draw any hazards in here, you kind of trigger the hazard, which can be absolutely horrible.
Oh, there's no kind of about it.
Yeah.
You trigger that hazard, you get it in the face. Hazards will always trigger. Even if we discard a card and it's going to the discard, they get discarded face up rather than everything else,
Yeah.
just face down. So you just get it in the face. So we are starting in the middle of the board. If we stay together, we can fight as a team, like a cohesive Marine squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So what are we going to do then?
honestly,
Corporal.
which one is me? So each of these have a name on the back of them to tell you who's who. So I think, is that Hicks?
No, you're in the
No,
middle there.
Corman. I'm here.
Yes.
Okay, so you can move diagonally in this as well.
Okay.
The one thing we haven't talked about is there's a computer console up here.
Right.
And I'm thinking, being a commander, it might be wise for me to move up to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, on my next turn, I can start using that to start having a peek at these without revealing them.
Ah. Okay.
So
We have to be less worried about.
oh, you're almost
what's-
out of frame there. So you're
Yeah.
moved up here where you're potentially blipping, but we can start revealing what's down there. And Newt is one of these 4.
Yes, and I can reveal them without revealing any nasty stuff because there might be aliens down there at those blips.
Yeah.
So if I can have a look at that and put it back down and say, no, you don't want to go for that one, that's aliens, listen to me. So that's what a commander does.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, look.
Interesting.
There you
Now, I'm not going to go on my own,
go.
so I think I might bring someone along with me.
Now, how many people do you get to activate? How many
So,
grunts?
Because I'm rank 2, I get to activate up to 2.
And I'm rank 1, so I get to activate up to 1. Right.
If
okay.
you had chosen Gorman as a hero, he would be rank 3. Now, one of the interesting things in this, and it's something we're house ruling here because we're unsure of it, is how often you can activate the grunts. Because say I want to activate a grunt, and then you want to activate the same grunt. In our game here now, we're saying we can do that, but it's something that may need a little FAQ because we couldn't really see it.
All right. Oh, okay. Right.
Right? So I am actually going to activate Vasquez because I have a thought. So if I activate Vasquez from here
Yeah.
and have her move up through here and stop here, on her next turn she can barricade this off, keeping these blips away from me, and then I can have her move back towards me. Would you guys agree that that's possibly a sensible idea?
Separating her from the rest of the squad. Is that what you're saying? You want to send her out.
Temporarily.
You want to send her out here like a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
to get butchered horribly. So when we hear the screams of Vasquez, we know
There's
coming.
something coming, yeah.
It is worth pointing out, if people are within 4 squares of another character that's being attacked by an alien, they get defensive fire for free in the alien turn.
Well,
so staying as a group, staying as a fire team, staying as a Marine, like a Marine, 2 by 2, is good.
Yeah, well, my thought is, because we know how the blips
hate
move.
her.
No, we understand how these blips move.
Yes.
The way the blips move is you will roll a d6 for the blips. And so I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a 1 in 6 chance for her to get hit by a blip on the next round for the aliens.
That's okay, because that will totally happen.
Yeah.
Dude, just do what you need to do, man. You know, it's like,
No, you go for it.
you know, you're Hicks. You know best.
All right.
We're all gonna die anyway.
So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because her movement's 4, and that's her 2 actions. Now, all of these doors automatically open and close whenever you're in the space next to it. There's something to say as well. Now, I could order someone else, but I think that's enough for now. So I will end my turn at that, and so the activation token now passes to yourself, Warren.
You don't have an end of activation?
No, I have a passive, which is once per turn, exhaust the card from my hand to re-roll his field attack roll.
That could be handy. So,
Right, so over to me. So first thing I would do is reset my aim dial, but it's at 6, so I'm all okay. So if we cut to this, I can quickly show you. So I have an on-activation rule, which I may recycle any number of event or equipment cards. And then at the end of the activation, I have an end of activation option. So what do we want to do? I imagine at this stage we just want to prepare ourselves. So if I get Hudson, Gerry, and we just start moving him up to here.
Yeah, I think that makes sense for us.
Yeah.
Because if we get up towards that number 1 spawn point.
8. Just put him beside the spawn point.
Yeah, we know we've got 3 turns before these motion tracker cards come into play, which means we could try and weld that shut before it arrives, and therefore less likely to get 1 in the face.
So my so that was my double move, a 4 followed by a 4, and now my end of activation, I get to reveal a card. Okay, if that card is an event or equipment, I get to put it in my hand. If it's a weapon, I get to look at the top card of the motion tracker deck, and I may place that card on the bottom of the deck. So I don't get to keep this, obviously.
No,
so
alas not.
But I do get to draw
one of them,
the top one off the motion tracker. An alien scout. Exhaust 1 card for each character within line of sight of this blip when it spawns.
Okay.
So it's going to be spawning down here at number 4.
Yeah.
And it's, see the way there's only 1 blip on the card?
Yes.
That's telling you how many aliens are there. If there are multiples of those, that becomes an alien swarm.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't seem too
I think that's
too
okay, because
dangerous
it's
a card.
like
So,
out here out of the way.
so rather than putting that to the bottom, let's leave that at the top.
As
and
long
then
as
we'll
nobody,
deal with it, we're okay.
as long as nobody goes sauntering off down there for the next 3 turns, we're okay.
Right. I can
Or-
activate a grunt.
Someone could saunter off down there to actually weld that door shut to make it harder for it to get out of there.
I feel we're already spread
Yes.
to a certain extent
What
without
if we
spreading
bring
anymore.
Ripley up beside me, and then that way, if Newt does appear
Yeah.
early on,
Well, we need to get Ripley down there anyway.
Yeah.
So bringing Ripley down.
So if we bring
means she's
Ripley,
in place.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's her 2 actions then. She has a
Yes.
speed of 4.
Okie dokie. That all looks
And
good to me.
Yeah, I pass that to Gerry.
I'm so grateful.
Take the challenge
No.
coin.
This, by the way, is the Marines' bog stomper.
Yes.
We endanger species is their tagline, which I quite like, especially on a bug hunt. So Rico Frosty, he has on activation, he can move up to 2 squares, which is good because Rico is a bit slow normally with speed of 3. So I will come your way, I think is probably sensible. So I get my free 2 move, and then I can move 3, and then I can move another 3. Moving another 3 would open a door, but we're okay because there are lots of other doors there at the moment. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I may as well put, there's no point in not.
Yeah, let's get a way to
Pushing
fire
forward,
in
yeah.
there, yeah.
So I'm going to step into here with my remaining.
Yep.
That's all I could do. And then I could activate a grunt.
Yeah, Gorman's kind of hanging his ass out in the back end here.
Yeah. So we think Vasquez is going to soak up the initial kills, and then Hex has time to escape. Is that so? So do we want to reinforce Hex after the Vasquez speed bump, or should we bring Gorman down here?
Well, I mean, like, what you could do, because you're quite close, is go 1, 2, 3, weld this shut, because that way the aliens from here can't come down this way and go after you.
They won't come down that way. They move towards the closest. So,
Oh, I know, but as soon as this is welded, she's booking it.
right, is that your plan?
Yes.
Weld all the doors.
We can weld the doors.
It's the only way to be sure, Gerry.
What is the LT's tech level?
4 or less, I'll have to roll. So it's not awful.
Is that the LT? I only ask because he's in the middle. And,
Oh, sorry.
and it looks
He's
different.
a 5.
Yeah.
Gorman is 5.
So I have a
50-50.
50-50. So it's 90% that's not happening. But I'm willing to give that a go. Okay. So he moves 4.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Don't have to go any further than that. And then a tech
test.
roll, 5 or less. Ooh,
Hey,
1.
He gets it.
Nice. So
I'll take that.
he welds it twice.
So we get a little barricade token on the door.
Stick barricaded there.
Okay.
And then hopefully he won't get murdered to death before anything else happens. So, end of my turn. I don't have anything clever at the end of my turn. So that is me. That's the end of turn 1.
So now we move on to the alien turn. So activate all aliens. There are no aliens on the board yet. We then activate the blips. So the way you activate blips is you choose an entire tile and activate all the blips on it in one go. So we'll go with this one.
Because this one is part of the mission. These blips don't
Yes,
activate.
they
that
don't
way. They're
move,
fixed. Yeah.
But these two up here will. So you will roll 1d6, and that determines the movement for both of them for this round. So for 4. So they'll move towards the nearest. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, that'll be further forward because they go diagonally.
I'm not sure if you can move diagonally through a wall point.
Oh,
there,
no, not through a wall. That's true.
You know, because you would be trying to move through that wall point. I think that would be a little weird.
Yeah.
I concur.
But this is totally fine.
Finish phase. There are no effects to worry about, and we haven't won.
Yeah. Now, at the end of the alien phase, we would draw the motion tracker, but because of the special rules of this mission, everything's a little bit quiet. We've just landed planet side, and we don't know anything's going on just yet.
Okay.
So, challenge coin will come back to me, and from there, I now activate Hex again. I am going to draw one of these, because I may as well, because I get it for free, and it could give us something good,
Yeah.
or something horrible.
It won't, but
Actually, it did. So it gave me an event card that I can play called Squad of Ultimate Badasses.
It sounds like us.
that sounds like us, Gerry.
So once I activate this, I would reveal a card. If I get an equipment, so the green one, each Marine character may take a free aim action, so increasing our aim. If it's an event, each Marine character moves up to 2 spaces in any direction. And if it's an event, or a weapon card, sorry, each Marine character may draw an endurance card for themselves.
Okay.
We'll save that for now.
Yep.
Right, so after that, I'm on to my actions. So I will try attack test on our computer console here, which is going to let me start looking at security cameras. For a 10, that's no good.
That won't.
Try again, though, yeah?
I can try again. You can do the same twice. All right, so I get a 4 this time, so I get to look at one of these. I'm going to have a look at this one. Okay.
Again, cooperative.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like,
there's
it
a
is-
0 on that.
There's a 0 on that.
That
yeah?
one,
So,
yeah, so
so you could effectively just go like that,
Yeah.
then, yes?
Well, you have to remember what's where.
What's your...
You're not revealing, you're looking at it.
All right. Oh,
Because
okay.
if you flip it, you've revealed it.
All right. Okay.
So there's a 0 there, so we're safe.
Right. Okay.
I'm-
All right, your chances are now
I'm
1
with
in
you.
3 of finding
This is a
aliens.
cooperative
It
game,
is,
isn't it?
it is. I
Yes,
just like
it
messing
it
with
is.
I am the worst military commander in history.
I'm glad the LT's at Grunt, because then at least, you know, we can fall back on his tactical knowledge.
Yes.
All right, so activating grunts then.
Yes.
So I'm going to start with Vasquez. She's going to go for her tech test to try and weld up this door.
Yeah.
So I need a 4 or less for a 2. Bingo.
Well done. You welded the door.
And now she is going to run away. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So
That's the first of your grunts. You
Yep.
have more grunts.
I have another grunt that I could use. So my thinking is I'm probably
Get
going
him
to go.
over there and weld another door.
Could do if you want. We can keep trying it if you want. Okay. So Gorman goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
He will try to weld the door, needing a 5 or less. But for a 3, he welds the door.
There you go.
It won't keep them out permanently, but it might slow them down.
Might slow them down.
Although it does kind of break with the thematic nature of it that we instantly know, no, we need to get in here and just weld every single door.
That's,
Yeah, but
that's
that
fine.
was in the movie. They were welding doors left, right, and center.
After they sort of kind of had the idea that they were in trouble. Or have we hit that point in the movie yet?
Oh yeah, no, we've definitely hit that point.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
fair
know
enough.
there's aliens
Oh, yeah.
by
Okay,
this stage, you know. So
Okay. Now, so that's both
That's
of
why
my
there's only
grunts done.
6 of us on the ground here.
Yeah.
Everybody else is dead.
Yeah. So,
give me the coin,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Give me the coin.
all right.
Game over, man. Right.
Game on, I think.
Okay. Let's see. So we know that's a 0, so we don't care
Yep.
about that.
Yeah, your chances
Right.
are now 1 in 3 of of hitting an alien.
I reckon I'm gonna reveal this one.
You gonna risk it?
Risk it for a biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I send Hudson forward to here, okay,
It'll open the door.
it'll open the door. And
We get to see what it is, and then we fire on it regardless of what it is.
Whatever it is, I'm going to shoot it.
We aim it that high,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
as long as we're aiming this high,
So you're aiming chest high so you don't hit Newt.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
so-
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought I was going low. You know? Okay. Right. So here we go then.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Door goes.
Boom. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? You
What have
ready?
done? There is an
Right.
alien.
It's an alien.
Alien.
So it's only one alien. So I pop one alien
Yep.
on the square.
Yes.
And now I'm going to shoot that alien.
Yeah.
Definitely shoot that alien.
Right? So it's worth saying at this point, yes, I got excited and I ran forward. I didn't need to do my own activation because I don't have any cards in
yeah.
my hand. My dial was already set to 6. Okay? So I'm going to shoot my smart... Ooh, will I chuck my grenade?
Chuck a grenade.
You can actually shoot first, and because of the special on the grenade, then do the grenade.
Oh...
It's interesting.
Oh,
So
I
that-
think I'm
that's
going
kind of
right, I'm
fine
going to
to back
shoot
up.
first. I'm going to shoot my M56.
Okie dokie. So to do that,
So my aim is 6.
Yep.
So I need to roll 6 or under.
6 or under, and we'll have to exhaust 3 cards.
Yeah. So it is going to burn us through a little bit, but let's see. Ah! Right. Now
That's
this
a-
is where it gets bad now.
That's
So
a bad miss.
we're going to exhaust 3 cards, but we have to actually... Oh, we don't have
No,
to
no, no.
play these ones. That's okay, right?
These ones don't play. These ones just go into the exhaust face down.
Oh,
So
I'm
it's-
sorry, Warren. I thought you had the pulse rifle.
Right.
That lets you fire the grenade after you fail.
All right. So I should have just chucked the
Should've
grenade,
chucked
Jerry. It was the
grenade.
only way to be sure.
You would have still rolled a 10.
No. If it was a grenade, the dice would have done something different.
Lies.
Right.
Right. I'm in trouble.
Not yet. Totally yet. Yeah, totally. Because I'm standing at the doorway just behind you. I can move through you.
Oh,
Now,
you can move through me?
You will block line of sight, but I could move through you, and I need to move through you because you've only got a range of 2 with a flamer.
Yeah.
So I walk into the doorway and then I'll hose him down. But we can do grunt stuff first. We could
You could order Gorman to weld this up on the far end of the map here.
order Gorman to do that, or we could order Ripley to
Run forward. So we know that Newt is either here
Or
or
there.
here.
well, you know,
I would be more...
once we do get it, we do have to book it this way,
Yeah.
which will be at least 3 turns. So we could be running towards an open one here. Even if he welds this turn, if he fluffs it, then he can still do it next turn,
Yeah.
just in case, because we know We know 4 is not going to come out anytime soon.
regardless of what Justin has said about us activating these guys multiple times, it feels weird.
It does.
It feels weird to me. I would prefer we didn't do that because just in my mind, it took him a while to weld the door.
Okay.
For him then to go on and now start welding
Another one.
door.
Which case, if you want to get Ripley welding,
So
she
we get
can weld up
this one.
Yeah, she can weld up number 1 and then stay where she is.
Let's do that then. Let's get Ripley beside 1.
Yep, and then a
And
tech.
then it's a tech.
Her
She
5
So
for her
Ripley's
tech.
got a 5 for her tech. For a 5.
5.
A 5 that will weld.
So
She was here.
she has welded it then.
So there we go.
Okay.
See, teamwork, working like a team,
Yeah.
aren't we always?
Barricaded. There we go. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
So-
and I will pass the coin of doom
Thank you
over
very
to
much.
Gerry.
So the first thing I get to do is
Now, just before that, whenever I shot that weapon, even though I missed,
Yes.
I needed to take that down.
you'll still be just that.
I've done.
Jerry put 3 out of our endurance deck.
Yes.
So first thing I get to do is 2 free movements because I have an on-action ability. So if you can just move me in front
So
of Hudson,
1, 2.
that's right. Right in there, right down Main Street, ready for a hosing.
Yeah, and now if Jerry fluffs his roll, he can fire twice.
Yeah, I don't think I will fluff my roll on a mighty 7.
I think you can do it, Jerry.
I think I can. And hopefully this will combo because I've got another effect when I'm using my flamethrower and being class. So 7 or less, 3.
There we go.
Yep.
So that's a flamed alien.
Do the noise. There we go. That's all right. Does he just die automatically?
He dies because he's only a single alien, so it's
Yeah.
1 hit, 1 kill. If there's a swarm, then they count as having wounds.
Yep.
So my passive for my flamer is after I've shot my flamethrower, which I'll have to burn 2 cards for anyway, I can then recycle 2 cards. I reveal a card, and if it's an event, I can recycle 2 or draw an endurance card. And if it's a weapon or an equipment, I can move 2 spaces. So I could potentially move 2 spaces to the other side and reveal the other one. And then I've got another action and I can flame again. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
So I'll burn the 2 that's going to cost for my flame first. So
Fire 5.
that's my firing done. I will now reveal a card, and the card is a weapon. So weapon, move up to 2 spaces.
So he turns around
Bounce, bounce.
and he goes 1, 2,
And it
and then
will,
the door opens
and it will reveal that. Yep.
and then it reveals.
Newt.
It's a newt!
Oh, it's a newt.
It's a feral, dirty child!
Now, that's interesting. And I'll tell you why that's interesting. Because if it had been an alien, I'm too far away to hit it. So I'm glad in many respects it's a dirty feral child. Because I would have just had to wait for that to come at me like Cleopatra.
So
and
now
then
all
shoot
you
it.
have to do is go...
Okay, free Wi-Fi.
Now, good news, we found Newt.
Yep.
Bad news, I think Newt starts to run away from me.
I think you might be too far away to try the calm action.
We'll just have a quick look. When you flip a Newt, place the Newt miniature there. You've got a Newt
So
miniature.
we've got a newt mini. All right, there we go.
She is now a character in the game. Until she calms down, though, she activates after all the characters have activated each turn. Each turn, she takes 2 move actions, taking a path that will end her movement as far away from possible from any Marine, but not Ripley. So she's going to go herring straight down Main Street. But that's good because we know that's a zero, so we don't care about this for
Yes.
once.
But
So
how
we
close
can
do you have
chase
to be
her.
to try and use the cam action?
Any character that was within 2 spaces. So as
You're
far
still too
as
far
far
away.
away as I would need to flame her.
Yes.
I'm not saying flaming in you is calming her down, but to do that, a Marine rolls a die, and on a 4 or less, she joins the party. If Ripley is in play, you can add her to her hero card. Otherwise, she's a grunt. So we have a Newt. That was my action. My grunts. Well, we've decided that grunts only activate once per turn, like ourselves. So in that case, no grunt actions this turn from me. So.
Aliens?
Well, it says after the Marines have activated, she runs. So she's going to make a double move straight down Main Street.
Yeah. So all the way down here if you want to do it, Warren.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Because she has a speed of 4.
And now it will be the alien's turn. So
So,
Highest ranker gets the roll.
yep. So for the blibbity blips up here is all we really have. So what we get is a 5.
Who
So
is
what's
closest?
close? So there's no doorway out here, which is quite nice.
6.
So they're going to try and go after Vasquez.
6
Yes.
away from her. 2,
So the first one will move up.
4, 6, 7, 8 away from, so it has to be Vasquez. She is
Yep.
the closest.
So it'll try and break through here, which I believe is a 4 or more on this dice, if I remember correctly.
Sure.
So trying to break through. Boom.
You didn't barricade that particularly well,
No.
Vasquez. You ran up the door and went, yeah, it's barricaded, and then backed up.
All right, so it used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it would reveal here to be a 2. So alien mini and give me one of the swarm tokens, and into there. So Vasquez is going to be attacked, but she will get to attack it before it gets at her.
Right.
Did you roll 6 for them?
I thought you...
Did I? No, sorry, it was 4.
Yeah.
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 So it would be back here. Apologies.
Yes, that's okay.
So it's not revealed actually. My bad.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it's revealed.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Good.
Aye.
Well, it
We'll say it's
depends.
revealed.
This dude here will see it. Well,
Actually,
for the
yeah,
sake of
fair
this.
point. He
For the
would
sake
see
of
it.
this, Yeah.
Okay, so that goes away.
And then
And then the other one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and wouldn't be seen.
Okay.
Okay, so I have an alien to kill on my turn. So that's going to be awesome. That's alien's turn done. We're on to turn 3. Is it on turn 3 or after turn 3 on the mission card? for that?
I'll check while you decide what you're going to do with
Yeah,
Hunts.
well, I am going to draw one of these cards to start.
Oh, sure.
Of course you are.
Which gives me a HK VP 70 pistol. This weapon always hits on a roll of 3. After you take an action with this, I can make a second attack. I'm probably just going to keep that for any discarding I need to do.
Yeah. We start drawing from turn 3, so in the alien phase we'll draw a motion tracking card, but we know that's behind the barricaded door, so we don't care right now.
Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do with his actions, so we're saying he can see it, yeah?
Now, here's a question at this point. Could he activate a grunt before he activates his...
No.
Unfortunately, no, because of
Okay.
the actual Marine Order sequence.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
So we're saying he can see it, so he will take a shot
Yep.
with his M41A pulse rifle. So exhaust a card when you take an attack action with this weapon. After you take an attack action with this weapon, you can take an additional one using a grenade. But it is full auto as well. So if I manage to kill something, I can keep rolling. So discard a card, please, Jerry.
Yep.
And rolling for a 7 or less.
A
Boom.
1. Yep.
So 1 down.
Mm-hmm.
However, this does go down to 6.
Yep.
Rolling again, needing a 6. A 3.
Boom.
Dead.
It's a good way to start.
Love it.
3 rounds
That'll
rapid.
Go to 5. I will then activate Vasquez, who's going to go 1, 2, 3, revealing this. Oh, it's a 4 stack.
Ooh.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need 3 more of these. And that's a nasty swarm.
Oh, I should have exhausted another card for your second shot.
You've made that a 5, Justin.
Actually, yeah, I have. Well done.
There you go. Okay, right.
Okay. She still has an action, so she could be firing with her weapon. It's also a full auto weapon. She starts on a 6. So 1 card only, Jerry, because she's not rocking the big gun. So for a 6 or less, kill 1.
Okay.
Yep.
For a 5 or less, kills 1.
2, yeah. And then a 4 or less.
A 4 or less, does not kill 1.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
You still burn the card.
So she's down to 3 for whenever it's moving towards her. Activate grunts. Nope, I have to pass the activation token
Well-
because I use her, but I could activate someone else.
Could activate somebody else.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Gorman.
Yeah.
He's going to move forward 1 and attempt to weld this for his tech score of 5.
Yep.
For a 6. he failed.
No. He's starting to run low on the oxyacetylene.
Yep. Right.
And that'll be turn.
Hudson. Just going to start moving Hudson towards the door.
I think so. We just start setting up a fire corridor.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
And then,
Then maybe move Ripley in.
yeah.
Yeah. So what is Ripley's movement? 8?
Her movement is 4 for each action.
Right. So she could go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then send her closer, or yeah.
Well, I mean, like, what you could do is you could just go straight down the corridor because it might be a little quicker.
Okay.
Trying to run in through.
But
1,
And
2,
I'm just
3,
puzzling this
4.
one. We know the next motion tracker is for 4.
Yeah.
We don't know if the next one is going to be 3 or not.
Uh-huh.
So if she's in the corridor, she'll be standing right beside it, and an alien will spawn and rip her face off.
Good point.
Right. Let's go back to where we were then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's respectable.
Yes.
That's good.
You know,
She-
it feels like aliens to me. You know, it's like
Ripley's running
mothering
after the girl. Yeah,
instincts in there. She's going to get the dirty feral child.
everybody else is
So-
firing like gangbusters
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
everything in
Also-
sight.
Because Newt ran in here, that would have been revealed to be a 0.
Yep.
Go
Yeah,
away.
but we knew that one was a 0, so it can just jog on, I think is the
Okay.
phrase.
Oh, I was able to reset my wee dial to 6. So.
Right, okay. Grand Fab Groovy. What do I want to do? I want to run, but at the moment I am essentially fire support fuse.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Oh, this would be funny.
Let's do it.
Would it be funny? It might be funny.
Leaving surrogate mother and child behind.
No, I'm thinking she'll run from me because I'm a big filthy marine. So I run down the corridor and open the door, and
Yeah.
she'll go screaming towards Ripley,
There you go.
slingshotting her forward.
Yeah.
And if anything appears, I'm close enough to give it a dose of the old combat
Yeah.
shotgun.
So just go the full 8,
Well,
Gerry.
I only move 3, but I get 2 moves normally.
Yeah.
So I get 2 for free
So
at the
1,
start,
2,
and then
yeah.
I can go 3,
1, 2, 3,
and my second action 3 again.
4, 5,
Into the room, I think.
6.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good enough. Because I really want her to know I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, terrible,
Yeah.
dirty feral child. Come with me. I go, come with me if you want to live.
Yes.
And then she'll run away screaming, and I'll just shout up to Hicks going, it worked for you in that other film. Why is it not working for me? So that is the end of me, which is the end of our turn,
Yeah.
per se. So we need to move feral child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So feral child's got the speed of 4 to run straight into Ripley.
She will just run straight down there.
4.
And now, here's the thing, because Ripley doesn't automatically cam her.
Right.
So at worst, she might run another 4 past Ripley. What's
I
our
could-
thinking on this?
I would assume
Because it does say she has to move her 2 moves. So in which case, she'll run a bit closer to the doorway.
Yeah. So I would assume yeah.
To there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's me coming through the door. Door's opened.
Yep.
Feral child's looked up at me, screamed, and she's actually running under the ducting under Ripley's feet.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
Ripley will have to turn around and just start pulling up things behind her, trying to find her. It's-
Reenacting the movie.
Come on,
makes
Sigourney,
perfect
you can do
sense.
it.
Perfect sense.
Okay.
So,
The aliens then.
aliens. So,
So aliens activate.
yes,
We have one alien,
we have an alien.
and it has a speed of 6, and it will move towards the closest, which is
Cannon
lunges
fodder.
dead ahead.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. I think it does bring it up just right to the edge. To there.
So we'll get in.
Okay.
So time for some shooting.
Yes. So the first thing that happens is defensive fire.
Yep. So
Right.
Vasquez.
Is she rocking a heavy gun?
No.
Okay. Right.
Vasquez is going to try and shoot on a 3
Mm-hmm.
to try and murder it. She fails.
Funny. Yeah.
She will drop her aim down by 1 as well for that.
Yep. Down to 2.
Now, because Corporal's there,
Yeah.
he's within 4 of a character,
Yeah.
and he's within line of sight
Yeah.
still. So he can have a go on
will.
his current 5.
5 isn't bad.
5's not bad, and you can re-roll if you want because you've got the ability, haven't you?
Yeah,
to discard a card.
Yep. For an 8, I will discard a card, which will be the crappy pistol.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll now go into our discard. And then try for a 5. Close.
And it would have been a 4.
Well, it would have
anyway.
been a 4 because you pissed with your...
But
Oh,
I'm
no, it's
re-rolling.
he's
it's a
re-rolling.
reroll. Right, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you keep discarding cards to re-roll? Or can you
No.
only use it
So
once?
it's once per turn, exhaust a card from my hand to re-roll a failed attack roll.
Exhaust, not discard. That's important because it means it
actually,
goes in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you failed
Yes.
to do defensive fire. You can see why having
Right.
lots of people here is better.
Straight on her defense then, which is now 3
Okay, great.
with a melee of 1.
So on a 3 you dodge,
Yeah.
and on a 1 you kill it with a counter strike.
Yeah.
So be lucky.
On a 10.
Now on a 10, can I get in closer? Do we have a close one there? Well, close enough. On a 10, the character isn't knocked down. It's not carried off. It's not killed. It was that 4th that I didn't want to see.
that terrible option.
It was the auto dead, spiked through the abdomen with a massive tail.
Yeah.
We can't even rescue that.
No.
There's not enough
there's
left to
nothing.
rescue.
Yeah, big spike coming through the chest. Just
Lovely. There you go.
Dead
Dead Vasquez. Yes, yeah, so that's
so,
okay.
So that went terribly, I feel.
Yep.
she served her purpose.
She served her purpose, says the corporal, throwing her into the way. Kill them all, he screams, kill them all. So we do the motion tracker card now, I
Yes.
suppose.
Yes, we do.
So motion tracker card we know is that lovely
Number 4.
number 4, and it's a single blip.
Yeah.
So
Just any blip.
just
will
any
do.
blip. Exhaust 1 card for each character within line of sight. Oh, well, we don't care about that one for once. For once, we're okay. It gets discarded.
Yeah.
So I'll pop it to there. And that is the end of our third
Alien
turn.
phase. Yeah. So up to turn 4.
I don't think it really matters now if we're counting.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a specific turn limit. It's just that turn trigger we were counting
All
for.
right. Okay.
Right. So it's on to Hex.
Yep.
Good luck, Skipper.
What is the best thing to do? I'm going to draw a card.
Well, first thing you do is put your aim back up to 7,
Actually, yes.
and then draw your card.
I draw my card. So I got a shoulder lamp.
Oh, well, that's good. That means they can see you even when you're hiding in the dark.
Yeah.
That's key.
So
Well, that's something else to discard then when you need it. So.
exactly. But I am going to use... Now, let me make sure I get my sequencing right here, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So I've resolved the on-action ability.
Sure.
Next up is equip endurance cards. So I'm going to use the squad of ultimate badasses. So we'll exhaust 2.
Yeah.
And so reveal a card.
So you
From
exhaust
Gerry.
2.
So you exhaust 2.
Yep, exhaust 2 and then reveal a card for me.
Our survey says it's a weapon.
So each Marine character may draw an endurance card. So we can all have a card if we want.
Could be a hazard.
Yeah. I'm not
take one.
I'm not in any hurry to draw one.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah.
No, I'm still down here stamping on the floor trying to get the small feral charm.
Assume because I've used this is discarded.
Could be.
All right, all I got was a pistol on that. All right, no, I was hoping there's a trigger on that to get extra movement, was what I was hoping for with that.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So where's
So
that? Where's that leave you then?
Well, it leaves me with...
It leaves you pretty much exactly where you were when you started.
It does look that way.
I can either stand and fight it, or I can try and run away from it. I don't think I can get away from it.
No, you
Or
don't
actually,
have
hang
to-
on. From where I am, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No.
No. Well, the door would
but
be
hang
open,
on a second
and you
here.
could see through.
If you stand and fight it and it kills you, this then turns into a cooperative game after that.
Well, actually, they have engineered for what happens if a player character dies.
Right.
You then take control of one of the grunts as a grunt for the rest of
Oh,
the
as a
game.
grunt.
But you lose all the equipment that's on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And it means if you haven't tooled up your grunts like we haven't.
Hell with it. I'm just going to try and shoot the damn thing.
Good. Shoot the damn thing, Justin.
damn-
So,
thing.
7 or less. Yep.
Ah!
10. That's not great.
Okay.
Can you
Discard
re-roll
a
that?
card and
I
re-roll.
can discard and re-roll that.
Yeah,
so
because
I'll
that's the
discard
one you want to
pistol.
re-roll.
I'm
Well,
going to exhaust it.
and re-roll.
Yeah.
And because it's a re-roll, I'm still... Okay, there we go.
Right.
Boom. One dead. Because it's full auto.
Right, now
I
you're
can
on
go
to
again.
6.
Yep. For 3.
Hey!
See,
Make the noise, Justin. There we go. There we go.
I can't remember them being that grating in the films.
No, but it's close enough.
It's like
All right,
nails
so
on a
that leaves me
chalkboard.
with one
It's just a
action
face
left.
hugger doing this on a chalkboard somewhere.
Honestly, I'm amazed my voice doesn't hurt after doing that.
Right.
All right, so I still have an action left, which I'm going to use to
Well,
begin.
you shot twice.
No, I rerolled.
Because he's full auto, you can keep firing, I think, 3 times. So if you hit with your first, you hit with your second, you can do it, boom, 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 boom.
It only counts as one action.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
there we go. Awesome.
So, 1, 2, looking at Vasquez. Sorry, baby. 3, 4. I'll go there.
Yeah. Take advantage of the diagonal. Why slow yourself down?
All right, now I can control a couple of grunts.
Yes.
So, first off, Gorman is going to try and seal this.
Ripley.
Oh, obviously, I'll do Ripley as well.
Oh,
But I want to try and seal this vent first.
obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
All right, so on a 5,
1,
boom, that's barricaded.
Uh-huh.
your barricade token, smashing.
So that'll make life better. And
Happier,
then
more
for my
productive.
second one, Ripley is going to go and grab Newt.
For your next trick, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you do that then?
You move up within range and use an interact action, using both actions, yeah?
If it's both actions, then she only has 1 action because she'll be moving up.
Yeah.
I'll double check to
Using
see
up
what it is.
both actions to
Oh,
move
you?
and
All
do the
right.
cam.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Right.
Yes, English.
Yeah. Well, I'm going by the English you spoke.
Yes. Right, so she moves,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And she grabs.
Dive tackles, yeah.
Okay.
Full NFL style.
So we now have a cam note. Is that right?
You now
Yes.
have a cam Newt. Any character within 2 spaces in line of sight. Yeah, so you would have been able to do your cam without even having to move there, I think. Well, if she was within 2.
No, she
Oh,
wasn't.
no, she was
two. She was.
And then it's on a 4 plus,
4 less.
4 or less on D10. A 3.
3. Excelente. So yes,
Right.
we now have a Newt.
I caught the slippery Newt. Okay.
Good.
That's good, which means she now becomes a grunt, which means she can be moved with grunt moves as well.
Yes.
So if we'd done Ripley first, we could have then heaved Newto round the corner with your second.
Yeah. But that's now done.
Yeah.
And you guys can do anything else you want down in that end.
I want to leave that end
Yes.
Yeah.
as quickly as humanly possible is what I want to do.
Right. I will trigger Hudson
Okie doke.
and bolt him for the exit, I think.
I think Newt has to get off the board first before we're allowed to exit.
Bolt him towards the exit, I think.
Yeah.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I will activate Newt and move her 8. Yes.
Yep, speed 4, 2 actions.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Smashing. Super smashing. Great. All of that. Thank you very much. I've not fired yet. Oh well. I'll take my free action, please, of moving 2 spaces.
This way. 1,
Yep.
2.
And then I'll move 3. And then I'll move 3.
1, 2, 3.
Here, there. Ripley, you should probably come along with
Should
me.
probably run. Yeah.
I imagine Frosty was from Belfast.
Right.
Right, so
Alien
aliens.
face.
So blips. There are no aliens on the board, so we're not worried about it. It gets to move 4. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to there and does nothing.
That's good. But we also get the motivational tracker, which is intelligent foe, worth 2 whole shiny blips, and it's coming out of 2, which we've barricaded.
Which we
Thank
barricaded.
the Lord.
Yes.
If there is more than 1 hazard in the discard pile, no, there's not. Randomly select 1 hazard to shuffle back into the exhaust. Oh, I'm glad we've got none of
See the
those
way
in
it
there.
makes it, everything is geared up to make it more and more killy and dangerous as it goes on.
Filthy.
I love
And
it. Love
because that spawn point is barricaded, they have to try and roll to get through.
Good.
So
By good, I mean terrible.
4
but
or
yeah.
better.
it. Right, 4 or better.
For 6.
Brilliant.
Breaks the barricade and spawns.
Well,
So both of them come through.
it is 2
Well,
blips.
a random blip comes. Actually, yeah, 2 blips come through. And because they're instantly in line of sight, you'll get a 3. And you'll get a 4.
You have picked the worst in the world, but thankfully, look on the bright side. There'll be a bit of defensive fire, maybe.
Yeah.
One person, the lieutenant isn't going to get terribly killed to death.
Uh-huh.
He's only going to get slightly killed to death.
Just as I thought everything was going really well, I thought we're going to win this, and now we're not.
It has that feel.
Okay. Right. Brilliant. Lovely. Excellent.
Now, there is some good news here.
Oh.
Oh,
really?
I'd love good
I
news.
don't think they attack on the spawn.
Uh-huh.
That would be nice. We'll have to check that.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Okay, so having checked that, no, they won't attack now, but there's a few other things. So what we have is one will spawn on the spawn point,
Let's make it the smaller one.
and the other one spawns as close to it, but the person with the highest rank chooses, which in this case is Hicks. So you don't have to start engaged.
I will put it back in this.
Well, if you
In
move,
fact, if I put it in
move
the
them over
far
to the other
corner,
side, yeah, there's a
got
grunt.
further to move.
Yeah.
So that's happy thing number one.
That's good. That's not a problem.
No.
We're all okay.
Yeah,
Good.
We all have ammunition. Grenades.
except during the motion tracker phase, each player draws a motion tracker card, which we didn't do the first time. So you get to go next. I'm dedicating that to you. So if this is a bad one, it's your fault. There you go.
What'd you get? Show us. Show us.
Spawn point.
Show the camera. Show the camera.
Spawn point 2 again.
Oh dear.
Right,
And 1.
not ideal.
And exhaust 1 card for each character within line of sight of this blip.
Oof.
Well, it'll only be one
There's only 1 character.
or 2. Well, grunts count as characters,
Oh, they
but
do count as
because
characters.
people block line of sight, it'll either be behind another alien
Yeah.
or, well, it'll be behind another alien
Aliens
or
don't block line
character.
of sight though.
Do they not? Oh, in that case, so we will. So we've got to exhaust 2 cards
Yeah.
and a blip in there. So,
Does
All right. Pick a blip.
Newt count as well.
oh yeah.
That's 3.
That's 3.
So
Okay.
pick your fate, Warren. Which blip do you want here?
Go with that one.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
So it turns up.
yeah.
It's a 3.
Will you stop doing that?
Flips.
This had all been going so swimmingly until
Yeah.
now.
So, there you go.
There's 2. And yeah. All right. So I'll put this alien right at the back here. Out the way.
Uh-huh. And now, Jerry, you draw one.
Yeah, I'll draw one and try not to be appalling. Our survey says number 1, which is currently barricaded, so that's good.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a single blip. I have to reveal a card, which, if it's a weapon, we'll place one at spawn point 2, which is getting rather cramped. And if it's a hazard, we have to do the hazard and then place one at spawn point 1. So first things first is, do I break through
Yeah.
the wall? Here's hoping not. 3, I
You're
don't.
fine.
That's okay.
Blip doesn't get to come in this turn. However, I reveal a card, and it is an event, so none of these things happen.
Oh.
Oh, well done, all of that.
Well
Good.
done, Jerry.
See, that's how you do a card.
Yes.
That's how you do motion tracking. Never let any of them come on the table. So things have got a little more frisky. I suggest they don't get shuffled back in until we've killed the ones that are on the board.
Well, I know I did have a look before we started up. There is a 5 floating about in there.
Oh, that's excellent news.
Brilliant.
That was news I could have done with never
Yeah,
hearing.
Right. So finish phase. There's nothing really to do.
Nope.
And so it comes back to me. So I'll go up to my 7 again. I'll take the coin. Right. Here he comes to save the day.
Right, does he? So what's his activation then?
So first things first, I'm going to draw one of these.
Of course you are, because we haven't had a hazard yet to kill us all.
Yes.
It's not a hazard, it's an event.
It's only a matter of time.
Okay, so it's called, okay, what do I do?
Yep.
So I can
question.
pay 2 to set a character's aim dial to that character's aim number. So I can reset somebody.
That's great, especially for defensive fire. If you've all of a sudden, if you've blipped off 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
and you can just push it back up again.
So what I need to do is I need to get from where I am out into the corridor to start shooting.
Correct.
Right. So for 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd say I can now see this one. Yeah?
Yes.
Great. So time to start shooting, I think.
Yes.
So starting on a 7. I kill one of this.
Yep.
Exhaust a card.
Yeah. Then we're going to go to a 6.
Does
kill
your
one.
multi? Oh, yeah. That's okay. Yeah,
full auto.
Yeah, full auto. So it still only counts as the one action. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And for my third full auto,
You need a 5.
it's a 1.
You dropped that.
That wasn't a
I
roll.
can't
will
believe
reroll
you.
if you want.
I
will
can't believe
reroll
you
if you
took
want.
that.
No. Okay, we'll give it to you this once.
Yeah,
But
yeah, only because it was,
Okay.
helpful for us because it's a co-op. Next time,
right,
Gadget.
so-
Next time.
So that's 3 of them dead.
yeah.
Yes,
I still have a target.
you do still have a target.
And now at the end of this, because I'm using the pulse rifle, I can use my grenade launcher. So after you attack, after you take an attack action with this weapon,
Just Alpha Strike the aliens.
Yeah. Just hang on a second. Now. So.
all right, hang on. You may take an additional attack action using a grenade weapon equipped to this character.
Right. Okay.
So I can lob a grenade down there without using another action.
Yeah. You know I'm standing there.
Yes, but it only blasts within range 1 of your target. So
okay.
from where we are, I'll only hit
The aliens.
All right. Okay. So chuck a grenade then.
Yeah. So discard this card to make an attack with this weapon. Choose a space that is it's within 4 spaces.
Oh,
Out of range, unfortunately.
Yeah.
no grenading today.
But for a move and an attack, that's not bad. I now have grunt actions. So I'm going to have Gorman just start shooting because he's got a flamethrower.
He's got a flamethrower.
So on a 7 for him,
Yep.
he will be targeting this front one. Yep.
9.
A 9, which is no good.
So that was a miss, and that costs 2 for a flamethrower. I'd like to point out our endurance deck is now substantially smaller than our exhausted deck.
Well, I can either have him run away or rest.
no,
We'll
it's fine.
fire
No,
again.
no.
Okay, for a 7. For
8.
No
Dude,
good.
that's
And
not
he's
great.
used 1, 2.
Yeah, don't care what his aim is.
Yeah.
His,
Yeah.
his aim can be anything
So
at all.
he managed to miss from point blank with a flamethrower.
Out of gas.
All right. Oh,
Just-
okay.
Come on, you stupid thing! I have another one.
You do.
Yeah.
Ripley,
Ripley. Yeah.
run forward, Ripley.
Run forward, Ripley. All right. So for Ripley, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. She's out of range and out of sight, so I think I'm
No,
actually.
hang on a second. There's a thing there. So you go
Yeah, but it's
1,
weird going through a
2,
wall diagonal.
3, 4. Yeah, but you don't go through the walls that have a jutty out bit. But if it has a jutty in bit, I think that's fine.
Okay.
So 1, 2,
Internal rather than external
3,
corners.
4. There
Okay.
you go.
So she'll take a shot at this alien,
Yep.
and I would say, unfortunately, she can't see the other 2 because there's characters in the
What's
way.
she wielding? Has she got a
She's
pulse
got
rifle as well?
Yeah, she's got a pulse rifle.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So starting on a 5. Yeah. For a 10.
10? No,
No good.
No good.
not great.
And her
Not
zip
ideal.
goes down.
Her aim will drop.
Her
and
aim drops.
how
yeah.
many does it cost her to fire? It's just the 1.
Yeah.
That's all right. We can live with that.
And that ends my round.
Here
I don't have any
endeth.
cards that I want to use. No point using that because no one else has went yet.
That's what's. Yeah.
All right.
So my go then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take the coin.
So if I run away,
There are no attacks of opportunity as far as I can see. What is your on activation ability?
so I may recycle any number of events or equipment cards from my hand.
All right. Yeah. So
No
pointless.
hand for warning.
Right.
And that is for when it's almost game over time,
Yeah.
and you've got a hand, and you're going, "Why have I got a hand when we need stuff in the deck to fire with?"
Is it too late to use my arc welder?
Possibly.
Think so.
So I've 2 choices here, guys. I can either use the M56.
And burn 3 more.
It also
Yeah,
has
let's go
full.
for it.
Does it have anything like super
Yes. Well,
special
look, it
on
says exhaust 3 cards when you take the attack action with this weapon. When rolling for an attack with this weapon, you roll 2 dice instead of 1,
Like it.
discarding the highest result.
Is it also full auto?
It is.
So you can go brack, 2
Yeah.
dice, 2 dice, 2 dice,
Where's
and
the other dice?
Miller
In front of
somebody.
you.
All right. Okay. So let's do this then. So I'm going to target the first guy there.
Okay.
Right.
So
5 and a 7.
Yeah.
you're
So
on a 6 to start.
yeah.
So 5.
Dice
hits.
goes down by 1.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's going to cost 3 cards. Kumbaya.
Do it again.
Do it again, yeah.
Yeah, because full auto.
A
Two.
2.
That's fine.
And there's another 3 cards gone. Your aim drops once more.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Looking for a 4.
Yeah.
Undead alien.
2, 3 more. And your target is gone.
Okay.
Now you have a second action,
I just start shooting again.
or you can run away and let it munch on Gorman.
That's our lieutenant.
Yeah.
You fiend. You've already
When can
thrown...
you play your card to put me back up again?
That's during my turn.
Oh, pants.
Terrible.
So it's basically, if it came to my turn and I was expecting you to take a lot of defensive fire, I would use that.
Although you can't defensive fire the big gun.
Yeah, I couldn't defensive fire anyway.
So,
Maybe I should just fire again, Gerry. And,
yeah.
or
I mean,
should. Like, because if I run, they catch me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And we are going to be spawning more at the end of this
Yeah.
from somewhere.
that's a good point. Backing up may not be the worst idea in the world. Even if it's only 4, because then we can try and try and mob up and for a bit of a...
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, if you just go, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I suppose if they're within 4 of him, you can defensive fire for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Do you want me to...
Move a grunt.
No, you move the grunts. That
Well,
way.
you can fire with...
You've got a Newt, and that's all.
Yeah.
You've got a...
We've only got Newt.
Oh, we've only got Newt.
Yeah, which is why I think you would actually...
Newt activates at the same time as Ripley, though, doesn't
If
no,
you're
not-
playing as a
not
hero.
now.
All right.
Only if you're playing as Ripley do they become a paired.
But here, I'm done. There you go, Gerry. Over
Okay.
to you.
Okay. So, are we worried? Not yet. Maybe later. So the way I see it is, they may come through on 1. Potentially they could come through on 3. So I don't want to hair off down the corridor and leave
Ripley on her
Ripley
own.
completely.
Do you want to come out and weld the door?
You could do.
That is a genius idea. See, privates stick together.
Yeah.
We're not getting command decisions like that from the corporal.
No, you're not. No.
No. So I move 2 for free,
Uh-huh.
So I can-
1, 2.
and then I can have 2 attempts to barricade this door if I fluff the
door.
first one.
Yeah.
And your attack is 6, which is pretty good.
Take the tack.
Perfect.
4. So
Barricaded
barricade.
door.
In that case, I will use my remaining action to leapfrog.
And put it...
Well, even if I go to here or here, let's say I go to here, it still puts me within 4 in case something breaks through on 1.
Yeah,
I
so
can-
you're... Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I do have a backup weapon. I can't fire my flamer as defensive weapon.
Uh-huh.
My backup weapon I can, but it's only got range 1. So I
Alright,
will
so you
actually
stand next to her.
stay right beside her. If
Yeah.
anything comes out of the 1 tunnel, it'll come for me and I'll get a combat shotgun in the
Yeah.
face.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
aliens round.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say little alien comes after him first. Defensive fire, if we want it.
Well, if it doesn't cost anything, he should do it.
Well, it costs 2 cards out of the endurance deck, but he can do it on a 7.
No, he can't because he's got a flamer.
Ah, yes, so he can't
So he
defensive
can't defensive
fire.
fire.
So it would be Warren.
Um,
You would have to defensive fire
Are you within range 4? No, not of that one.
of him. Of so it's of the actual alien.
Yeah.
All right, so Warren moved too far back. So this one's going to actually attack him. He has to roll defense.
Right, so go
So he
ahead.
wants to roll it.
You do it.
All right.
You're standing
So
there.
you can blame the commanding officer if he dies.
Correct.
Well, if you roll a 1, you'll kill it.
Yeah, and he needs a 4 to survive.
Just 1.
Boom.
See, there you go, 1.
There
You've
you
killed
go.
it.
Shivved it.
Awesome.
Okay.
See, that's a more command coming through from the privates again. Just
Yes.
roll a 1 and kill it. Job done.
See, there's an old saying, you're only as good as your last screw up.
Uh-huh.
So the other one's going to rock in then.
Yep.
No one can defensive fire.
Nope.
Yep.
So
Well, roll a 1.
for a 4, he
4.
survives.
He
Survives.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's all fine.
Yeah.
It's not that you're knocked down even. So
Nope.
you stay on your feet, you
Yeah.
dodge out of the way of that massive incoming tail.
Yeah. And so our
Oh,
blip
hang on a
gets
minute.
to roll.
No. Before we go any further, you rolled a 4.
Yeah.
How many counters are under that?
Oh yeah. There's 1, 2 below that.
So here's the way the swarm works. You modify your dice roll.
Yeah.
So in that case, you would add 1 for every counter under it. So that 4 becomes a 6, which is a fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he's
so he
down.
does get swarmed and he gets knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. He's not been killed. He's not been carried off yet. We can fix this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, maybe discuss.
Well, we now need to roll for the movement on this little guy.
Yep.
And he gets a 2.
So it's going to make it to the door.
So he makes it to the door, and he's looking for a 4 or better to break through.
Yep, don't do that.
For a 2, he doesn't break through.
Excellent.
good. Phew.
Again,
Okay.
good, well
And now
played.
we're on to drawing
Yes,
for
Right.
here.
Off you go.
you start corporal.
Okay. So it's an alien lurker. So it's only 1 blip
Mm-hmm.
from spawn point 1.
Not ideal.
If this blip is not placed on a spawn point
Excellent.
within line of sight of a character,
Smashing.
it immediately moves 4 spaces. But it needs the 4 or better to
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
break
it has,
through
has
the
to get
barricade.
out. So
For a 2.
And it doesn't.
So
Fails.
it doesn't, so nothing comes through, nothing
Okay.
happens.
Right. You ready?
Excelente, yep. If you pull it down
So
there,
that's
we can see it.
False
and be nosy.
alarm.
Excelente.
Recycle 1 card.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
that's very nice.
So
Just
there you go.
that's good because we only have like 5 cards left.
Now, if we do burn through the rest of those, we do get to reshuffle.
Yeah, you get
the
one
other stuff.
reshuffle, and then after that, it all goes horribly wrong. But our survey says alien assault on number 1. Blipping. I require the blip dice of blip. Oh, it breaks through.
Uh-oh.
Oh, if the spawn point already has a blip, it doesn't. Move this blip 4 space forward, so it won't. It will just pop in
Then up here.
on that, which means we'll be spotting it.
For a 5.
Oh my god!
Dude! Okay, so 1, 2,
Why did we?
3,
Why did we? Why did we?
4. And an alien. Make the noise, Justin. Love it. It's like proper Harryhausen kind of stuff going on there. So it's like, right.
Right, that's the end of the alien turn. So that's good. We're all still fine here. See,
Yes.
see moving in fire squads 2 by 2, cover formation. We're all great.
Yeah, although nobody activated Newt.
Didn't need to.
We
There's
didn't
no
need to.
there's no
What
point.
could Newt do?
Get closer to the exit.
Which is
Yeah,
at the
but
moment
which is
aliens.
aliens.
Okay.
So
All right, so I am
You
activating.
can't use every female character as a speed bump. Some of them need to survive. In this case, that one definitely needs to survive.
Survive by
All
getting
right,
to the exit.
by feeding her to the alien. Please don't eat the lieutenant. Have this child instead. You are sick.
Uncalled for, unnecessarily harsh.
Oh
Right.
my
That
god!
is not my command style. All right,
let's go.
so it's on me.
I think
I'm
you'll
going to
find
draw a card.
Vasquez would argue differently.
So I have a medical scanner.
Oh, good.
Exhaust this card to stand up a knockdown character, and it costs us nothing.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I will exhaust that,
Yes.
and Gorman's going to stand back up.
Yeah.
Oh, happy days are here
Hooray.
again.
Right. Is there anything useful from these? Anybody about to get defensive fire to hell? Not really, because the aliens don't get to go. That one's kind of useless to me. I am, however, going to play a zero-cost card, Motion Tracker.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to look at the... Well, first off, reveal a card. If it's
an event.
It's an event. So what I get to do is I look at the top 2 cards of the Motion Tracker deck, place one of the cards on the bottom of the deck and one on the top.
Right. So
So I can sort of pick what's good and bad
Yeah.
here.
So you have alien assault at point 3 and alien drones at point 2.
Right. I think we're going to go for the point 3 because it's barricaded off.
Yeah. So leave that at the top.
Yep.
And then put drones to the
the
bottom.
bottom. And that'll make life a little less horrible for
Okay.
us.
I like that. That sounds good because at the moment, we're not. No. Yeah, at the moment we're fine. There's one on either side. We've got them exactly where we want them.
Oh,
We
yes.
can attack in any
We
direction.
planned it this
No.
way.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I am going to start moving up.
Do your dial.
Oh, yeah, it has to go back to 7. So I will move up 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Would you say I can... I would say I can see that because it's... The way line of sight works is from any point of your square to any point of its square,
All right,
you
then.
can see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
So start shooting.
Right.
Needing a 7 for a 4.
No problem.
1 down.
How many does that cost?
1
Mm-hmm.
for full auto. Misses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not within 4, so that will end that.
Okay.
So, Gorman is going to step back 1
Yes.
and flame for 2.
Now, why did he step back?
Basically to get a little closer to the rest of us in case this thing moves, and then we can defensive fire into it. So increasing the number of shots that can lay onto this if it goes wrong.
Okay.
Or in fact, he should just, if he just stands there and shoots twice, he could murder the thing on 7s.
Yeah.
So yeah, so first shot, an 8.
Brilliant.
Second
This is
shot, a 10.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
4 cards.
So one card will go into there,
Right.
and then we don't have a second one.
So we stop
So-
and reshuffle.
So we stop and reshuffle first.
And then
You
two
can
more
read the
ones.
reshuffle thing
Okay,
while
so
I
the
reshuffle.
reshuffle says, another glorious day in the Corps. A day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal's a banquet, every paycheck a fortune. Every formation a parade. I love the Corps.
It's good to know.
And that goes away now.
Yeah, you get one. You get one
Oh.
reshuffle when you
Right.
hit the bottom. So then we need to go second,
go in, yeah.
1 and 3.
Gorman is shite, isn't he, though?
Yeah, that flamer hadn't been doing much.
Right.
I'm also going to have the small child run a little further away from the nasty alien there. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 and hide with the LT.
Hiding.
Or sorry, the corporal.
Okay.
See how he's given himself a field promotion already, and the LT isn't even dead yet.
He's about to be dead.
My go.
Yes.
Give me the coin. Right. I zoom back up to 6.
Hang on, I took a shot with him, so I should be on 6. And I took
You
a
took-
second shot.
you took
that
2
missed,
shots.
So 5.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to power forward, I think.
Yeah.
You going to rock in and try and murder him?
1, 2, 3.
'Cause
You don't even need to get.
Or I could just stand and shoot where I'm at and see how I
you
get on.
could.
Makes no difference.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to shoot the big gun, Jerry. 'cause
Oh,
we've got
God, yeah.
plenty of cards.
Oh.
Give me that
There
dice.
you go.
then.
It's the way to do it.
So,
So 6
roll.
or less for your
6
first.
or less first, no problem.
1 dead.
1 dead.
5 or less, no problem.
Dead, dead.
Dead. Completely dead. And that's cost us 6 cards.
Yeah, but we now have a clear escape route to book it for.
3. So you could move forward again now that
Yep.
we're starting to get people forward a bit, or you could hang on for a turn because we're going to have to suffer another spawn phase.
You know, the edge of that square
Yeah.
catches
can
the edge of this
can line up to
square.
there,
Yeah. And you've a 360 line of sight. The only thing that blocks your walls and barricaded doors.
So
And
I'm
closed
going to
doors.
do another round of shooting, Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm on, what, 4 now, yeah?
If you start
Yes.
on 6, yeah.
Yeah.
So
2.
1
Yeah,
dead.
that's fine.
That's 1 off. We'll take 1 off. And I'll exhaust some cards.
And then I'm going to do it again. This time I'm on a 3.
Mhm.
Yep.
3.
That's it.
That's okay.
Another 1
1,
dead.
2.
And this is your third and final for your rapid fire.
Full auto.
On a 2. Yep.
2.
There we
Excellent.
go. Oh yeah!
Hoo-yah,
I love a day in the
indeed.
Corps.
All right.
I can see why you joined the Marine Corps.
Ripley.
What?
Well, you've got a grunt you can activate, Ripley, which is why I didn't activate her, so that you guys could have the option.
Oh well, that was very kind of you, Lieutenant.
Corporal.
Lieutenant Dan. Right. I'm going to leave Ripley for Jerry because yeah, there's no point in me activating. Well, Jerry gets a choice.
Well, yeah, it kind of makes sense because I can, if I don't kill the alien, then she can fire at it,
Yeah.
and then we can fall back. And if I do, then she can just sprint it, book it,
Yeah.
flee into the night. I have my free actions. I will not be taking my free movement.
Yeah, because it would put you out of range.
It would put me out of range. There's no point in that. But what I can do is, so after shooting it, I reveal a card, which then means I can either draw or move 2 spaces. So I could still, I have a chance to flee somewhat.
Is it worth trying to re-weld that? So, like, if you went up to point blank,
Oh, killed
then
it and welded it.
and then welded it.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. being point blank's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Well, Ripley's
you-
tech is 5, so you've got a 50% chance to do it.
I have a free move anyway, so I can move up to
There's no point
Adjacent.
in doing that, though, because you need to do 2 wounds to it. You can only do 1 per shot.
Oh,
That's true.
that's true.
So you might be better hanging back, seeing if you kill it, and then if you
Yeah.
do, then send Ripley in to weld it.
Yeah.
Then Ripley becomes target number 1, and I don't want to have to chase Newt around again.
Yeah. That's true.
Honestly, it makes no real
Just kill
difference
it, Gerry.
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
so
just kill it, mate.
Murder.
yeah, so I'll
What I
exhaust
said,
exhaust 2 for my flamer,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will roll a die. I will get a single wound,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will exhaust. Well, actually, after shooting it, I reveal a card. And the card is a weapon, so I could move 2 spaces. I won't be, because then I'll be out of range. But then I'll exhaust another 2 to fire again. My aim will be dropping all the time, but I don't care because I've taken a weapon that doesn't have aim. Oh, it's a bad miss. So after firing that, I then reveal a card, which is an event. So I recycle 2 cards and draw an endurance card. So I get 1, which isn't a hazard, smashing.
Good.
And then we'll recycle 2 into the bottom of the deck. So nothing ventured, nothing gained. Essentially, 2 shots only cost me 1 shot, so I don't feel as bad that I
Yep.
fluffed it. But now, Ellen, I think, will start going blam, 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 blam. So she doesn't actually need to move at all.
Nope.
Her aim is,
A mighty 5.
okay, I will take an aim action to increase that to 6.
Yep.
So rather than firing twice, I'll
you
I'll
just
put all my
guarantee
eggs
kill.
in one basket.
Yep.
Well, we're not going to guarantee it. Actually, I should check what I got before we do that. So my equipment I picked up was a flare for 0 cost. Free action, you can discard this card. Oh, to look at the top 4 cards in the motion tracker. And you may place one of those in the bottom and the rest in any order. Oh, before Ellen gets to do anything, I'm going to pop a flare. Daddy wants to see what's happening. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stay frosty, kids. We have an alien assault on 3. Alien,
Which is okay.
alien drones on 4.
Which is also okay.
Relentless horde on 1, which is a double blip and exhaust 6 cards, which is that one.
Yeah.
That is not.
That's not good.
And then alien vanguard on 2. So place a blip at spawn point 3. And then, or place a blip at spawn point 2. So there's a reveal a card there. It will definitely put 1 in front of Gorman again.
Yeah.
So what do we not want? We don't want the relentless horde on 1, exhausting 6 cards and 2 blips out. That's bad, I think. Or we just suffer the fact that Ellen and myself may well die, and we make sure that none come out at 2, and then we just bum rush the exit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because everything else will be behind, assuming that blip doesn't get through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let someone else roll that one.
So what do we think? We think we sacrifice Frosty and Ripley.
I think so. Yeah.
So relentless horde stays. We will not be spawning anything on 2 this turn.
Nope.
Thank you kindly.
And, who knows, maybe I'll survive there. And then we put these in any order. It doesn't matter what order because we're going to be drawing all 3 because there's 3 of us here. So let's just see if there's anything. If the spawn point already has a blip, move this blip forward. Don't care. That's for number 3. Players must either discard 1 barricade in play or place a 2nd blip at spawn point 1. That's all right. We can discard this barricade because it's not affecting the game.
Yep. Glad I did that. See, forward planning.
And then exhaust 6 cards. Yeah, we're just going to live with exhausting 6 cards when 1 comes out. In fact, because I'm the last, I'll keep Relentless Horde for myself. Just so I can go, oh no!
Relentless horde.
What have I done? They're all coming out of the hole. It's inside the room, man. Inside the room. So that's discarded. That was a beautiful flare. Okay, so now I will take my aim with Ellen, and then I will take my shot. 1 shot on 6 to kill an alien. Be lucky, Ms. Ripley.
Yeah.
You did.
She kills it. Excelente.
Okay.
And she'll go back to...
And she'll drop down to 5. Okay, that's all for me.
Right.
Have that. We're on to turn 6.
Well, we're on to the alien phase. We
yeah.
have no aliens. So if someone
No, she welded that.
No, because she aimed to make sure I didn't fluff through it.
Okay.
and she would have had to move to get to it.
Okay.
So no aliens in play.
Nope.
Somebody want to roll for that blip to see if it gets through the door.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, highest ranking.
Command decision.
Well, it
Alright,
always
roll for
says
movement
highest
first.
ranker.
And it gets a 5.
Good.
And then roll to see about breaking through the door. It's a 1.
Gets
It
a
doesn't.
1, just bangs. We can hear an awful lot of banging and thumping
Clawing,
against that
clawing,
barricade.
clawing.
Okay. Yeah.
That lieutenant, he should really think about leaving and just joining some sort of mechanic.
Well,
No,
yes.
We draw these.
So-
Yeah.
damn it.
You were so close.
Yeah.
What have you got?
Alien assault.
Oh, what a surprise.
So it's spawning 1 blip at 3. Let's
Yes.
use that blip.
Yep.
If it already has a blip, it doesn't, so nothing happens.
It's there. We don't care.
And then I'll draw one.
Yep.
Oh, alien drones. Who would have expected that?
Never.
Number
Not
4.
me.
So players must either discard 1 barricade in play or place a second blip at spawn point 1. So we place 1 at point 4.
Yep. And then
And we'll get rid of that
this
barricade.
barricade.
Okay.
Okay. So
That all
that's
sounds
done.
tremendous.
Yeah.
I love all of this. This sounds exciting. I'm excited to see what happens next.
This is going to be easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Ooh, 2 blips at number 1. And we have to exhaust 6 cards as a relentless horde comes out. You've only attracted their attention, Ripley. So double blipping. We'll place 1 of your choice there and 1 behind. And then they both get revealed because
So we have a 2
I can live with a 2.
and a 2.
I can live with 2 2s. I'm less happy about exhausting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards.
That's the end of that.
That's the end of that. It's our turn 6.
Yeah. So, I will draw a card. It's a weapon. It's a pistol. I will hang on to that in case I need to shoot something.
Can you get Newt out the door?
I don't think so this turn, but next turn we
next
possibly
round.
can. 1,
think
2, 3,
8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Get to the door.
She can get to the door. I don't know whether or not you have to actually run through it. You can decide what you're going to do while I check that.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to play the shoulder lamp, which is going to cost us 1. So I will exhaust that.
Yeah.
And what it's going to do is look at the top card of either the endurance deck or the motion tracker deck. You may exhaust this card to place that card on the bottom of the deck. Do not... oh, well, I have to sacrifice this for that. So I'll sacrifice that.
And you also have to pay to equip it.
I did.
Oh, you did already?
I did.
Oh,
So-
look at you go.
That can go in there. So I'll have a look at the top of the motion tracker deck. It's an alien assault at number 4.
Yes, great. Which is over there somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's fine because this just means that that 1 blip moves 4 spaces. So I'm happy to leave that on top.
Yep.
Right. Going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for both my actions. Order Newt to run with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then,
I was going to say put her in the middle.
well, I can't do
We
that.
just fill the spaces and force anything away from 2.
Well, in fact, I'm going to move Gorman onto here for my last,
Frisky.
because that means that I can force an alien to deploy further away.
But they can still deploy in the corner beside her.
But it's player choice when they can't.
That's true.
And I'm going to
But-
run into that spot.
Oh, that's all right. As long as you've enough range to run in that spot,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yep. And I should be back up to 7. And
Interesting.
still, no, I used that. That should be in there. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. So,
So
I will.
we're this close. We're this
So
close.
if you just move me down into that bottom corner.
Get to up your aim in case you need it.
4, 5, 6. Right there, right at the back. Or do you want to be
Yeah.
forward 1?
We could potentially pull nothing but 2s from here.
Oh, I
So
know.
if we leave a gap at the back, 1 will end up going in there
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
eating her face.
Fair enough. Because if Newt dies, we lose.
Yes.
Do you want me to run Ripley? Or do you want to?
2,
It makes
4,
no difference whether I do it
6.
or you do it. So
Yes. Well, It doesn't make a huge amount of difference.
Well,
But,
the aliens only move 6.
but you've not been firing anything in a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
So if
could.
you can run 8, you can't outrun them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just start running.
Yeah.
Run like the wind.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, fleeing time.
I'd run.
Yeah.
I think I would just run.
I think you're incredibly right. I get my free 2.
Exemplary.
1, 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get my move of 1, 2, 3. And then my move of 1, 2, and 3 to be exact. See, even though I'm slow, I'm steady.
Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Oh, absolutely.
They tell me, as long as we don't get 3 on number 2 just coming at us like Cleopatra.
Yep. So, alien phase then.
Yes.
Yes, aliens first.
So, both of those are just going to blitz at us for 6.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Maybe we'll just be
The other
behind
one's
that.
one
2,
behind.
3, 4, 5, right, 6, and then him in there. Okay.
Yep.
Then blips.
Blips. Yep. So, roll for the blips on the back tile.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the D6 go? It's here.
It's been eaten.
So they get to move 4, just straight toward the door.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mm-hmm.
And then the blips here. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to try and break through the door for 3. Does nothing.
Does nothing. Good.
That is some sweet, sweet welding there from
Yep.
LT. Sweet, sweet welding. So now all we need to do is see just how terrible the other 2 cards are
Yes.
coming out.
So I know this one. This is my one.
Yeah.
So this one is going to spawn a single blip
Uh-huh.
at spawn point 4.
Yeah.
It doesn't already have a blip, so it doesn't move 4, so it's just going to
Okay.
sit there.
That's grand.
Now for the unknown.
Unknown.
Oh god, Jerry's getting the bad one.
No. What do you mean? Jerry's got
All
the
right,
bad
so something you may not have noticed about these cards. If you flip that to the back, Warren, see the number of blips that are showing on that at the back?
Yes.
More blips means
Oh.
bad stuff.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
So 6 blips.
Right. Okay. Oh, so this immediately lets you know that that stuff is going bad.
Jerry's
All
getting
right.
the worst
Oh,
cards so
right,
far.
okay.
You say that, it might be fine.
Right.
not gonna
Players
affect us,
must
we're gonna be
either
off.
discard 1 barricade in play or place a second blip at spawn point 1. So a blip goes at point 3,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then we discard a barricade.
So
one
either
down
we
there?
get rid of that one or we
Yeah.
put another one at 1. What difference will that make to us?
Honestly, blips move slower.
Potentially, they move slower. Yeah, we'll just put another one at 1. I don't care.
I suppose you lock in 2 blips in there until they break through.
Yeah.
And you never know, you might find a 0 in here. Because there are low numbered
See?
ones sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm content to. I'm sure that one there is probably nothing.
It gets revealed.
Yeah, because everybody's looking down there.
A 1.
That's a 1.
So it's just an alien.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
That's all fine.
Yeah, it's just an alien.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just an alien.
Just
We've
one
all
of the
seen
most
them.
highly
Right,
evolved
so
predators
Jerry?
in the galaxy.
Flanking aliens
Right.
at spawn point 1.
Okay.
2 blip counters go. Players must choose to either exhaust 4 cards or place 1 more blip at spawn point 4.
Place 1 more blip.
Yeah,
at
place 1 more.
4.
Yeah, I care not about those.
So they get revealed.
So place point 4, and then we have a 1 here
Great.
and a 1 here.
Smashing. We've taken care of all the big numbers earlier, apparently. Oh, you've got some. This is all very, very simple. This is kids play this. I don't know why the Marines complained about aliens. We should all spend all our time on LV-426.
We should.
It's a beautiful planet. This is where raw recruits should be sent from now on.
Yes.
You go there, this is your boot camp for 6 months,
Yeah.
and then if you survive, you're a Marine. Well done, you.
All right, well, seeing as it's all going so well,
It's all going swimmingly.
Corporal's bugging out
Yeah.
Yeah.
and taking these 2 with him.
Then that's game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Yep, because
Well done.
you guys will make it out as well. Well played, guys. What do you think?
Awesome.
What do we think?
I think we're amazing.
I think you know, as Colonial Marines go, we are the core. We are the core.
Well, hang on. We kept within acceptable losses. One person.
What I will say is because we forgot to draw
Oh yeah, we should.
the very first round, we
Oh,
should have
right,
drawn
yeah.
3. We should have been 2 further along, which would have been flanking aliens at number 3
Okay, we could have
Fine.
handled that
for 2
yeah.
blips. And then we would have either had to exhaust 4 cards or put another blip at 1. and they're in the ceiling. Place a tunnel token in a square that's within line of sight and next to this character. That would have been less good. And then reveal a guard to place either 2 or 3 blips, essentially, on the tunnel.
That would have been next to...
That would have been a
Well, no, it would have been next to me because it was the last.
Here.
Yeah, so we would have got a tunnel with 2 blips, but that still gives us a turn to flee the roost.
Yes.
So, even if we had drawn those...
Even though we cheated, we
Even though we cheated, we still won. And that is the big takeaway.
I understand exactly why they designed this scenario this way, where you've got those first few turns to start moving and getting stuff into position.
Yeah.
Because if you were instantly having that spawning in on you, it would overwhelm you in the game. So I like that this is the learning mission and it paces it just right.
Did it feel like Aliens to you?
Honestly, yeah, because there were moments during the scenario where it did feel just like the movie. Newt scrambling through the little bit of a tunnel underneath Ripley and her going, wait, what was that? Why is there a small child?
I like that. I like the pressure cooker aspect of it, and nothing forced.
No,
it's an elegant pressure cooker system. So it's other pressure cooker systems that we have seen, for example, like Reichbusters, which I love too.
Yeah.
But Reichbusters just has a flip moment.
Oh yeah, it's got the alarm
bells.
bells.
Yeah. This just builds, and just the pressure increases, and the beauty of this is, it's never going to stop.
No.
It's never going to stop.
No, well, we're sitting there with
a lot of...
We're sitting with 11 cards left.
Yeah.
But we haven't... Nobody had to take a time to rest. So potentially we'd be going into mission 2 with all the cards in the deck. We're feeling flush. It's not too bad. It gives you that idea.
The problem is the later missions are probably going to run a bit longer, right?
Yes.
And that means that whenever this deck is completely exhausted and it's all in here, whenever you're having to exhaust cards, you're binning them into the discard.
Which makes them less available for future missions.
It takes them out of future missions.
We were lucky not to hit a hazard.
Yes.
Because some of those can be horrendous.
Because hazards are...
I was kind of hoping to get them. That's why I kept drawing and drawing and drawing.
Good for you.
I want to issue everybody at home.
There's an example of a hazard.
Game over, man. Game over. Reveal cards until you reveal a weapon card or you have revealed 5 cards. Discard all revealed cards. If you discard 1 or more hazard cards in this way, shuffle this card back into the exhaust pile. Otherwise, discard this card.
Yeah.
That's horrendous because it's not exhausting cards, it's discarding cards, which is instantly maybe knocking a ton of cards out of the campaign for you.
Well, I loved it, guys.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was great.
Back in on the sci-fi then?
Yes. Like I said, the Aliens appeals to me. It's the granddaddy of monster hunts for me. And it's and it was really nice to play it out. It was an elegant, well thought out system. And I like the pressure cooker aspect to it all, and the fact that pressure cooker is not all in one area of the mechanics. There are a number of areas that you've got to watch, and that feels like Aliens to me because the threat is not only the aliens. There's wider threats and stuff that can all build.
Like incompetent commanding officers.
I think, and it's one of those things where we decided to play the grunts one action. I think that feels right because if we were able to go, Gorman's going to activate, oh, he's missed with 2. And then Warren goes, Gorman's going to activate, oh, he's missed with 2. And then I would go, Gorman's going to activate, oh, he's hit twice. Being able to activate Gorman 3 times in a turn.
It's something that needs a little FAQ. That's all I'll say.
Well, I like the way we played it.
Yeah.
The way we played it, it feels balanced.
It doesn't feel OP.
Yeah, and it encourages you to use the entire team.
Yeah.
So everybody's doing something.
Even if that something is sending a private to scare a small child towards an adult woman.
Yeah. Or sending your heavy weapons specialist to stand and be a meat shield.
Yeah.
Although I will say it does also make players actually talk back and forth to each other to consider, should I activate this grunt for myself or should I leave it for another player?
Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure playing you, boys.
It was.
Guys, post your comments below. We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.